Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. Today, we delve into nightlights, pillows, and much more. And without further ado, here are your hosts, Thomas Kennedy, Jennifer Rowell, and Gary Manning.
Hey, everybody.
And I
Hey,
think
everybody.
I think I butchered Jen's name.
You did not.
Oh,
And
I
it's
didn't?
night lights. It's night lights, not night life.
I thought I said nightlight.
Yes. You did say night light, but I just wanted to clarify because people will be like, did he say light or life?
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to talk about some night lights.
So,
Still
how's
got that
everyone?
beat in my head. That beat was kind of catchy. I like that.
Yeah,
It was.
like I said, I've used that on a couple of vlogs of mine somewhere, and they get lost. So,
Gotcha.
but as you guys can see, Trevor has decided to ditch us again. He says he does not want to do the show ever again, and you all mean nothing to him. So, you, our cult, just realize that it's us three now.
Yep. And
Sorry
he left
about it.
Jen in charge. And he left Jennifer in charge.
Yep.
We should all
That's
be
what
very afraid.
That's a PH. That's a PH fur, though, not a FR.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's a PH. JENNIPHER. So, with a D on the end, because she's a doctor in nightlights. Hey.
Not
I still got
nightlife, though.
I still got that tune in my head. I can't get it out. That's crazy. That's a catchy tune, man. But anyways, yeah. So
So
you asked, I had a good week this week. Last week I didn't want to talk about my week. Personal friends of mine, you guys know that I lost my
Yeah.
dog last week, and it was just a very, very big heartbreak for me. I've made it through that week. I've made it through. We got his remains earlier this week. Teresa went and picked him up while I've been out on the road. And so we have our final farewell for him planned, and I'm excited about that. But it's been a good week this week for me. I'm actually at the end of my week already. I'm working on my last job, right? I just started it before we started recording, and I go back in the morning for a few hours to finish it up, and I'm pretty much done for the week. So
That's
I'm
good.
I'm excited about that. So, but yeah, how about you, Jen? How about your week?
My week has been a little messy. I was sharing with Gary earlier when I left our recording yesterday, last week. So that's the kind of week I'm having. We had a tragic accident where all of my equipment got soaked by an exploding can of soda.
Oh.
So I was very afraid that nothing would work, that my mic wouldn't work, that my headphones were dead. Most of the damage was sustained by my MacBook, which now the screen is ever so wonky. Took it in to see what it would cost to repair, and it would be more cost effective to buy a new one. So we are backing it up every day, and we're going to just use her till she gives up because no, Apple, you're not getting that much money from me. Not right now.
Oh, I
You
think
see-
Trevor has one for sale.
You see, that's what you guys get for buying Mac, because if you would buy like an Apple, or I'm sorry, a PC, things are interchangeable. You can just go out there and buy a screen for it.
And you sound remarkably like my spouse, also named Tom. We are a house divided. He does not understand my love for Apple and my commitment to spending too much money on electronics. So I got no sympathy at home. It was my own dumb mistake.
Trust
So
me,
I will live with it.
I had a buddy of mine he was pro Mac his entire life, and I've been PC. Of course, he's been into graphic design and stuff he uses a Mac for what it was built for, not just for personal use. He used it for recording, music recording and mixing, and he did it for graphic design and stuff like that. So that's what it was built for, and I was using it just for school. and he's like, you need to get a Mac. It doesn't get viruses. I'm like, yeah, because Mac owns 2% of the market share. They're not going to write a virus that affects 2% of the market share.
Hey, I've never really been pro either. I'm leaning more towards obviously non-Apple stuff, but I understand the need for creatives to have a Mac. But now that
Yeah,
Trevor has, he's hung up the proverbial microphone and headphones. He's no longer you doing anything at all that's creative.
yeah.
We could just go ahead. I'm pretty sure he'd sell you his. So you probably should reach out to him.
But,
So yeah.
so my week has been, let's
That was my
just say,
next question.
let's just say my week has been messed up because everything on this trip that we've been working on for my grandmother's birthday
Mm-hmm.
on my end for my part of the family just like went to hell in a handbasket like that. It's like I've got I had everything set up, and then all of a sudden my niece is coming. I'm like, it's 2 weeks before the trip. And so I'm like, can't. I call the resort, see if we can book another room. No more rooms, so I got to find a place for my sister to go. I got to book a plane ticket. I got to for my niece and all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh my
Wow.
god. I
Wow.
just,
That's stressful.
yeah, it is because my niece and my sister do not get along. So
Ooh, that's even worse.
yeah, that's the reason why I had to find a room for my sister.
Ooh. She could stay with you. She could stay with your mom, and then or your mom or you, and then your mom sleep with your niece.
No, I was staying in my mom's room with my sister sleeping in the bed with my mother because the rooms have a full size and a twin bed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, but my niece doesn't know a lot of the family, so it was best for me to move because I did have 2 rooms booked because she was coming, and then all of a sudden she wasn't. Now all of a sudden she's
Now
coming, so I'm
well, but you're a great guy, man. Because you know what I would be like? I'd be telling anybody, look, I had you hooked up, and then you told me no, so I just did away with everything. So now you're coming again. Now it's on you. That would be my answer. But I'm not,
eh,
I'm not cool and nice like you. I'm not the good uncle.
uh,
My niece doesn't. My niece doesn't listen to. Well, Mau Wow might listen to this, but if it was Mau Wow, it would be different. But my
well,
other niece
yeah, but
doesn't give a damn.
she's there's a difference between adopted nieces and biological nieces. Adopted nieces want you as an uncle, so they listen to your words of wisdom.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that. So yeah. But oh my goodness, guys, I'm telling you, I am excited about tonight. I'm upset that Trevor had decided he's going to quit the show and never come back. But we do have some really neat things planned and upcoming events for the show with him not being here anymore. But tonight, since he just dropped a bomb on us, literally like 15 minutes before we recorded, he's like, "Look, I'm done. I don't want anything else to do with y'all." And like Tom said earlier,
He did a literal mic drop.
yeah, I mean, it was. It was. I mean, it was really crazy. So he left us really high and dry because we had other things we were going to talk about tonight, but now we can't because he's not here. But we did come up with a good backup plan, and I'm excited about tonight's show. Like you said,
Yeah.
we've got the night lights, we've got some pillows, and we have a new kind of involvement, I guess you could say, that the members, our listeners for Carnival Cruising Podcastaways can do on John Heald's page. And I think it's going to be kind of fun for a little while. And then it's just going to get
Well,
so
luckily I don't get the notifications like constantly. It goes to the Meta app. So
yeah, there
yeah.
you go. So why don't we start with that? We want to start with
Do we want to do that, or do we want to sing, something for
my nephew. You're right.
my
Today
nephew
is
too? What
So, for those of you that have been listeners, you know that Amanda Barmore is our official travel agent for Carnival Cruising Podcast.
And up until Gary came on the show as a host, was in a fight for her for most guest appearances, but she won by default now. So
Yeah, this is true. This is true. But she has an awesome and amazing son. His name is Philip. I call him Felificent. And today is his birthday.
today,
Yay.
as in Wednesday, July 17th.
17th. Yes. Today, as of day of recording, is his birthday. So Felificent, Trevor is no longer here. I hate to break that to you. I won't say, he didn't say you specifically, but he's not here. So he's not a part of this song. But we, I guess all three of us together are going to sing.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Close enough for jazz.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
to
To
you.
to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday
to you.
to
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Dear
Dear
Philip.
Felicent.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
to
birthday
you.
To you.
And we do
Guys.
apologize for any ear bleeding that happened during that.
Hey,
We are taking this on the road.
I think honestly, truthfully, we're going to segment that out and put that in Spotify with Madison and the Big Dude, that was a take.
That was harmony like never before heard.
Huh? Yeah.
And speaks to the resiliency of the CCP crew, Trevor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I will say the two of you sounded fantastic. Me, myself, well, I can't carry a tune in a bucket, so it's okay though. All right. But yes, so there you go. Philip Felificent, Mr. Barmore, happy 16th birthday, buddy.
Happy 16th birthday, and I hope you get to tear up the road soon.
Oh, he's already doing that. So, yes. Well, we were home, or we were at their house over 4th of July. I told him he was going to get a chance to drive me, but I kept parking in the driveway and blocking him in, so he never could get out. And I kept forgetting. But he's gonna drive me around Texas City Friday night.
Oh,
that's what I'm going to have him do. I'm going to have him drive me over to Buc-ee's since we're staying right next door at the hotel.
There was I saw something because I get random ads for places in my Instagram, like for restaurants in like New York and Texas all the time, and one was for Texas City. So I gotta find that ad and see if y'all want to try it.
Please do. Yeah, I mean, because I can't eat at Buc-ee's right now. I got to find somewhere else to eat. So it's gonna be.
You can't eat at Buc-ee's.
No, man. Buc-ee's is not in my wheelhouse right now for my diet. We haven't really discussed it on here much. I've discussed it on Have Luggage Will Travels page, Amanda and them. I have a mission right now that I am trying to get down to under 300 pounds so that I can ride Bolt on FRGC in just a few weeks. So actually in like a week and a half, but it's not going that well. I'm going to be right on borderline depending on how much weight I'll lose this week or how much weight I'll lose next week as well. But I'm hoping, really, really, really hoping.
Just go keto for the next couple weeks, and
I've been that's the thing that's what I've been doing. I've been doing Atkins actually for the past 2 weeks, and I've lost right at 15 pounds, but I needed to lose 40. So I was up over 340 for a while there, and but anyway, last time I weighed when I was at the house, I was right at about 325. So
Yeah, it's
25
doable.
pound 25 pounds in 2 weeks is doable, but it's gonna be close.
It's doable.
So,
Yeah,
but
it
yeah,
may not the way you get there may not be safe healthy wise, but
right,
it's doable.
exactly. But I'm gonna ride that damn boat. I don't care what anybody says. But yeah, so moving on though, off of my dietary problems and troubles. John had a complaint on his page, and I know I'm sorry we don't have what did they say to John Healed. So I'm gonna go ahead
Yeah,
and jump on. I'm gonna jump into this. And if you're on John's page, you've seen it. It's pretty impressive, in my opinion, because this complaint is one of those rare complaints that where most of the people agreed with the complainer.
yeah, and
So,
I didn't
so
even know.
we gotta cover this. This is like
I didn't even know that this was a thing because it's not on the Jubilee yet.
it's yeah. This is just stuff that they've just started putting in. I guess the ships that are coming out of dry dock right now. This person says that they were on the Carnival Legend cruise and it was ruined because of this infernal motion sensor. It's probably internal, but maybe infernal. I don't know what infernal means, but motion sensor lights that come on at night when they're very stupidly bright. It was like a prison searchlight. My husband tried stuffing towels along the cracks so that it would, if one of us needed to use the bathroom, it would not disturb the other. We told our cabin steward to unplug them, but they refused to do this. And whoever thought that this was a good idea is, yeah, well, they block it. John blocks it out. So,
Yeah,
and so John says, thank you for, bringing this to our attention. Your cabin steward couldn't refuse to do it because, well, they just can't unplug them or turn them off. The sensors are built in, and it means that it would take a lot of work to do this. We have these on many ships now, and we'll be adding more. I was going to comment on the prison searchlight point, but instead I asked housekeeping, the manager, to send me a video of how they work and how bright these lights are. Here it is, and I ask everyone to take a look and tell me your thoughts after. Remember, they only come on if you walk to the bathroom or get out of bed, and they are designed to stop you from tripping or falling in the dark. So I am going to share my screen. Hopefully we can get this to play correctly. I don't know, Jen, I know you have a problem with the breathing in the video, so maybe it will not play the breathing. And so this is the video. If you're watching on Spotify, you can see the video. If you're not watching on Spotify and just listening to us in your favorite podcast app, then you can go to John's Heald's page and see the video. So here we go. You see the steward. They walk by. Boom. There's the light underneath the closet. And you see, I mean, it's
yeah.
pretty bright.
This is an interior room. I mean,
Yes, this is an interior room. They're completely all the way up against the other wall now. And you can see that with his camera, I don't know what setting he has his camera on, but you can see, like, I mean, look at that. The whole entire room looks like that's really crazy. That's a lot of light from that particular nightlight. So so now, oh, I did not believe I just did that. I just closed out the page. So I'm going to go back to that page and I'm going to read you some of the comments. Basically, what the synopsis, basically, I guess would be the word, but almost everybody in there said was those are way too bright. There's no way that I could do this. There's just no way that I could, And so I will tell you one way. Go ahead.
oh, I was just saying yeah because I'm gonna wait until you get finished and tell you what.
Yep. So majority, like I said, the majority of the comments were all those are way too bright. It would disturb me. It would wake me up. I don't know that it would ruin my cruise because obviously the original poster, the OP did say that that their cruise was ruined because of this.
Yeah.
Well, but they're just looking for some free onboard credits. All they're doing. But this person here, all right, her name is Jane Ann. So it's all in one word, according to her Facebook page name, Jane Ann Avance. She said, the lights were a bit bothersome, but I found a temporary solution by covering the sensor with a bandage. It worked well, but I made sure that I took it off before leaving so that the next person would not have to, would have the lights. So I thought that right there was the solution. You can't cover them. You might try to stuff in some towels down
Yeah.
underneath the lip of the closet. But this person nailed it when she said that she just took a Band-Aid and just stuck it over the sensor, and it took away the need for those lights to come on, or the reaction of those lights.
Yeah.
So
Jan,
go
she's
ahead.
the VIP. She's the real VIP. Thank you. That's news we can use.
Exactly. Yes. So I will be carrying a roll of electrical tape with me on my next cruise, just in case if they have been installed on the Jubilee.
Well, the Jubilee has some. The bathroom light never goes off. You when you turn it on, it gets brighter, but if you turn it off, it just dims really a lot. So it's
no.
yeah, but I mean,
Is it as dim as a bright as a nightlight, or is it?
it's dim like a nightlight. Yeah, to me,
Okay.
it was
All
like
right.
a nightlight. But
Okay.
so if you've got your card in at all times, like I do in that door, it's gonna stay on. It's gonna be like lit up a little bit at
Gotcha.
all times.
Okay. Yeah.
But in response to that, I think if they continue this on every ship, I think it needs to be like airplane strip lights that show you the exit. Very very dim.
Yes. And that is what a lot of people, that's what many, many, many people in the comments said was, I like the idea, but that looks just way too bright. One of the people, even Christine Russell, she says, I'm on the Legend now, and I think they're a great idea, but they are too bright in the middle of the night, especially for the person sleeping closest to it, and so that's the thing about it. I think there was another guy who got on there. I don't remember his name. I can't look at it. I don't want to look and scroll through, but he said that he was an interior designer and that light was way too bright. He could tell just by the video, and he suggested putting some blue gels over the top, but then he was quickly corrected by all of the sleep therapists that are in there. And it said that blue decreases your melatonin, that it needed to be red because red does not make you want to wake up, but blue lights do make you want to wake up.
Really?
But yeah, that was an interesting point that was made in there. And so and then one of the people said that's why people with telescopes use red light at night while they're out there doing the telescoping, is because it doesn't really affect your pupils at all, and it helps do some other things that I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, I think personally, I don't want them at all. My wife and I, we do carry a night light with us that we put in the bathroom, and it's, you prop the door open in the bathroom, put a towel or something there, and the door props open enough to give you enough light, because when you sleep, obviously your pupils, they get real big, they dilate, and the night light, any light that's there is more pronounced. And so when you pop it, now, are either of you dark sleepers, or you have to have it dark in your room?
I mean, I like it like pretty dark, but it doesn't have to be dark. I can fall asleep anyway, and with pure daylight, I can be sitting in my recliner and just fall asleep.
How about you, Jen?
I need it dark. That nightlight would be awful for me.
Now, if that light were to come on while I was sleeping, I would be up. I would wake up,
Okay.
But as far as falling asleep, I have no problem falling asleep to like that.
Yeah. So that was an interesting thing. So that is something. So if you have been on a cruise here lately on the Legend or one of the other ships that John did not mention but said that they were on, head over to our page and let us know what ship it was, so that we can kind of get an idea of what ships are out there right now. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'm not, like I've said before, I'm not one of those big cruise heads that keeps up with the dry dock stuff, but I do know, like, I think the Legend and the Pride both recently came out of dry dock. So maybe it's those two and another couple other ones that are about to have it.
Maybe.
So the Spirit would have it, because the Spirit's about to go to dry dock.
Yeah. It didn't and you mentioned the Pride though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, tell us what you guys think. I mean, is it too bright? Is it not? I mean, would that bother you? Because it would bother me if I was asleep and someone and that were to come on. So
Yeah. And how are you dealing with it for those that have traveled with those or that have experienced those lights or using the towels? I think that band-aid idea is absolutely brilliant.
Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that. I would have. I mean, I probably would have tried figuring out one way to cover up that sensor, but I wouldn't have thought to take a Band-Aid out of my bag because I mean they're not going to leave a residue. They're not,
yeah,
and so that's definitely something to remember. The electrical tape I use is a Super 33, so it doesn't leave a residue either. For any of you electricians out there, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going through right now, just scrolling in real fast just to see the latest dry dock information for these ships. And it does not seem to be updated because it says that the Spirit is not even scheduled for a dry dock. And I know better than that. Oh, this says next scheduled dry dock, October 2019. So this is definitely an old one. We don't need to look at that. So here we go. Knowledge Center, Go CCL. Maybe Go CCL has it. But anyways, Jen, do you want to talk about or Tom, do y'all want to talk about the next topic that we had about our people who are super snooty snoots, I think you could say?
I was gonna have Jen read it me as it was, it's. I'm not, assuming gender, but I believe it's a woman who wrote this because she said her husband. So
Jen, do you have the link, Jen?
I do. John, first time writing to you. My husband and I are taking our first Carnival cruise in August on the Carnival Magic. I'm just wondering how many pillows you get per person. We both need to have at least 4 each. On blah 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 cruise line, they have a pillow menu and a choice of feather pillows and isotonic pillows. If there are not enough, can you ask for extra? Or should I think about bringing my own? What types of pillows does Carnival have?
okay, you went into your AI voice there. That's
She
the
did.
reason why we didn't believe you were a real person.
Yes, that's her radio voice. So I'll read John's response though. Or Tom, do you want to read John's response?
I can read it.
Okay.
Thank you, and I'm sure this first cruise will be one of many you will enjoy with us. Now, X might have had a pillow menu, but we do not. And when it comes to the types of pillows you mentioned, I'm afraid that my knowledge is limited to at best. I have to say that I do get upset when my pillow is not pillowing like it's like it bloody well should be. There have been many times in hotels I stayed in where I have shouted, "You have one sodding job. Be a pillow. You're a pillow. Act like one for fun." Yeah.
For fun's sake.
Yeah. Anyway, it is very, very rare that I ever see a complaint about our pillows. In fact, the opposite with many buying some to have at home. You can ask your cabin attendant for as many pillows as you wish. So, for this new Carnival cruiser, please help with your thoughts on your cabin pillow. One, who needs 4 pillows to sleep? Yes, Trevor, you mentioned earlier that your wife needs 4 pillows,
Oh,
but
wait a minute. Does that have anything to do with him quitting because he said that and after you said about who needs 4 pillows?
oh, maybe I don't know. It could be. I don't know. I mean, I may have slapped him with a pillow, but
The Trevor Tom pillow fight.
the Trevor Tom pillow fight. Oh God, no! Don't start that. Don't start that. Because then we'll actually have to have a pillow fight.
Oh, I'm so excited for it. I'm ready.
Oh.
Okay. Well, moving.
But at most, I need 2 pillows at most. most of the time I sleep with one. So
I will say personally, I sleep with three, typically two under my head, and then one that I kind of hold and embrace. Just
that's
for
what Teresa's for.
yeah, no, we cannot, dude. I'm too hot and she's too hot. Yeah, it would be just we'd be sweating so bad in the middle of the night. It would be ridiculous. So the one of the pillows I actually have is a cooling pillow that I use to hold up against me. But anyways, I will say though too, we'll go for Teresa's side. Teresa does not use Carnival pillows. She pillow and she carries it with her. She has a contoured foam pillow, memory foam thing
Yeah.
that I mean we paid probably way too much money for. She just flew out to California today, and her pillow, her let me backtrack. Her luggage was 3 pounds under the limit. She had a 50-pound limit. Her luggage was 47 pounds. so I was like, well, that's because your pillow weighs 15 pounds. And she goes, yeah, probably so. Well, she took her pillow out and she ended up having like her pillow weighed almost 5 pounds. Legit,
Oh,
like her
wow.
pillow. So, so she took her pillow out of her luggage because she was afraid that the scales might be off enough and they weren't going to let her have her luggage on the plane. So she's going to California without a pillow. And she says if it gets bad, she'll just go buy another one. Like, you do you, babe. But anyways, but yeah, no, even whenever we're on the road during the summer and we're staying in the hotels, she packs the pillow in the suitcase and brings it in and puts it on the bed at night because she just has to have that pillow. So she's a pillow snooty snoot, just like this poster was. Jen, what's your pillow stories? Ooh, pillow stories.
Pill- Pillow stories. As long as they're not flat, I don't care. But I can see. So I was trying to like math out like where because like what are you doing with four pillows? And so I'm guessing two behind your head, and it's probably a person needs some under their knees. Is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
That's
I'm thinking too.
yeah.
Or they're sleeping almost sitting up
Or they're
straight.
sleeping sitting up. Yeah. And I think like those beds are not that big. Like two people, eight pillows. I mean, you know what? You do you. It's your vacation.
That's really what it boils down to. It is. It is. I'll say though, I don't have any problems with the Carnival pillows. Like John said, I have not. I don't need a pillow menu, I guess is what you
Yeah.
can say. That is now my hotels that I stay in. They ask me, do I want a feather pillow, or do I want a foam pillow? They do ask me that every time I check in, and I'd
Yeah.
say I don't care. Whatever I get, I get. But I do know, like even with Megan, with Trevor's wife, that she has a pillow. She has a feather allergy, so she
Yeah.
has to have. She can't have the down
The-
comforter or any down stuff. So.
yeah, and they do offer hypoallergenic,
Mhm.
not non down comforters and pillows. So yeah.
Yep, exactly. So there is that. So I am, and obviously the comments on this are just hilarious. A lot of people talk about how much they love Carnival. Nobody really gets too much about, telling them why do they need four pillows. Almost everybody has, um, nothing bad to say about Carnival pillows. So
I mean, they're comfy pillows. I mean, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I've had both of them. They're both comfy. They know how to pillow.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, as John said, you have one sodding job. Be a pillow, dadgummit. But yeah, so no, that's it for sure. I don't think that, those two people, those were some of the common or two of the more commented, I should say, post on his page from this last couple of days. And we just wanted to cover those. And now, but here's the thing. Inside of those comments, and even on those comments, some of them we miss because I don't look at only time I look at John's stuff is when y'all send me a link to go look, to be honest with you. Every once in a while I might be able to pull up his page late at night and kind of scroll through and look and see what's going on. But I will say that before Trevor decided he was just gonna stop the show and not do this thing anymore, he came up with an idea earlier today, and we're going to carry it on in his memory. And this will be his legacy as a Carnival Cruising Podcastaway host. He thought about everybody who reads John's post. If you find a post that you would consider them being a snooty snoot, yeah, that you should tag our page underneath it. So what that means is so when you find that snooty snoot comment or you find that snooty snoot complaint, click on reply and type in CAR. Now, if you've liked the page, that's the case. That's the thing. You have had to have liked the page. It will automatically pop up in your suggested tag menu underneath that post.
We're not talking the group. We're talking about the actual Carnival Cruising Podcastaway page. So
correct. Yes. Yeah. And so then that's just a like. That's not a join or any of that kind of stuff. And so if you have liked the page, and I'll tell you what, why don't I show you how it's done real quick? I mean, I'm in the screen sharing zone today. So let me just share my screen again. And I will show you how it is done. So here you see over here, if you're on Spotify, you can see where my mouse is. You can see that there's all of these different posts that are under here. And so one of these that I just did underneath, let me go through, let me scroll down and find, because, wow, was it that far down for real? Okay, here we go. Perfect. My next cruise, I will be driving to a home port. True or false? Cheers. And so this was posted a day ago. This was yesterday. Oh, our good friend in Denton, Stephen, he posted false, going to Alaska. And so you can see where I've already kind of replied to his post. But here we go. And maybe delete all these. This way he gets more of a notification again when I do this. So here we go. So I'm going to click on reply for Steven's post. It brings up his name. You can either back out of that, or you can delete his name, or you can still reply. It doesn't matter. But as soon as I type in CAR and Carnival, there we go. See, if I type in CAR in, Carnival Cruising Podcastaways pops up, and the Carnival Cruise Line. Don't tag Carnival Cruise Line. Tag Carnival Cruising Podcast. You click on that, and then you post, and then that notification then is going to go through to Tom, because Tom has an app that notifies him anytime somebody tags the page in a post. Mm-hmm. So now Tom has received 2 notifications, and Stephen has received 2 notifications. So, but that's the way it's done, just like that. It's not that hard. Now, what's the point of that, you may ask? Tom and Jen are going to tell you.
What's the point in it? Well, we want to know what, we want to bring some of these comments up and say it's to show you all how snooty people are. Is that the basic idea?
It's to give us some content. Yes, exactly. And okay. So Jen, I think would be the way her name is pronounced, has come up with a name for this wonderful mission that we're sending you on. And what is that, Jen?
Listeners, we need your help. We need snooty sleuths. Snooty sleuths on John's page. Help us find the snooty snoots. Are we going to have a snooty sleuth of the week? Would that be?
Go.
Oh, listeners, we're building the ship as we are sailing it, and invite you to participate. And I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I love it. The snooty sleuth of the week. So will you be the snooty sleuth of the week? If you do, go on to John's page. If you want to be the snooty sleuth, go over there, tag our page in there. And Tom will get Trevor won't, because Trevor's not a part of the show anymore. But Tom will get the notification. And then, next thing you know, hey, we might include it on the show.
Do you think that when John Heald sees Carnival Carnival Podcastaways mentioned time after time on his page, he'll finally give in and come be a guest?
I mean, that is a side hope of it, right? Right, Tom? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. That is a hope. We've been trying for the past, 975 episodes, but alas, he hasn't gotten the message yet.
so that's it. So, well, I'm telling you guys, I'm excited about this new thing. We did not do Two Truths and a Lie today. We did not do Are You a Snooty Snoot? Mainly because,
Are we
go
going to
ahead.
talk bacon? We
Oh,
haven't talked bacon.
yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked bacon yet.
We got one more segment for y'all. Just when you thought it was
Yeah.
over, guess what? Hey,
You're all
Hey,
packing up, getting ready to go home, but there's an encore. There's an encore,
there's
baby,
that's it. The
and it's
buzzer on
about
the
bacon.
oven just went off. You hear that beeping in the background? Yeah, that's what
Mm,
this is. We're
that's
pulling
bacon
something
beeping.
else. Yeah, that's it. We're pulling something else out of the oven. So
a little oven from the oven. Anyway,
Oh,
so back in the day when I first started cruising, you could go at breakfast in the buffet and grab as much bacon as you want. Some people would take like the entire tray, and then there was the great pork famine of 2015, and they started like handing it out. They give you as much as you want. You just have to ask for it. And then now it's like they don't have bacon on the buffet every day, but they still hand it out to you, and they'll give you as much as you
well,
want.
it was back during the pandemic. That's when they were like, okay, now we can't just serve you bacon every day because now there's a bacon shortage of even more. So we're only going to put bacon on the buffet every other day. And it was right after the pause. It was supposed to be a temporary thing.
Yeah, well, now it's a permanent thing.
dun
So,
dun dun.
but
Say it
you
ain't
you
so.
you still have the main restaurant. God, I want to say main dining room, MDR,
That is
but
exactly what it is. It's not the, I mean, it's the MDR, but it's
yeah,
the breakfast side. Most
yeah,
people don't know that you can go to the MDR every morning, even but that's not sea days, even port days. They still have a
yeah,
port day breakfast,
yeah.
just like they have a sea day breakfast.
But I mean, I'm if I'm in a hurry, yeah, I'll go to the buffet. But if otherwise, I'm eating breakfast in the main dining room. You know,
Exactly. And so for me, this news, honestly and truthfully, I could care less about. I'm not a
yeah,
bacon eater. I'm not a big bacon fan. I was more disappointed on them taking away the omelets,
mm-hmm.
honestly, than I am about bacon. But yeah, so but it has been reported on John's page that John has said now that this has become a permanent thing. Bacon will only be available every other day in the buffet, in the Lido buffet. Jen, how does this hurt your heart?
Not at all. Not at all. I am on team omelet bar, the made to order omelets. That hurt me. It's interesting because why this came up in part was people were complaining about the lack of variety of food at the breakfast buffet, which
Very
I
good point.
find astonishing. Personally, I think there's plenty to eat there. And also you can go to the restaurant. I can't, I'm making that shift from main dining room
It
to the
doesn't
hard
work.
one.
It does
It
not
No,
work.
no,
no.
it doesn't.
So this is, I understand that it's what folks are accustomed to having what they're accustomed to having, and this is a shift. But try something else. There's no shortage of meat
I,
at
If
the
I,
they
I,
if,
buffet.
if they take away the salmon's egg Benedict, I will riot.
but that's also only available like every other day. That's not available every day on the buffet.
Well, yeah, I mean, true. Yeah,
So that's I mean, so that's another thing. I mean, that's so.
But
They have,
it's been every other day since I've been cruising, so it's nothing new to me.
Mm.
Yeah, you got to hit the buffet at the right time. Because, and that's me. I mean, everybody, if you've listened to this show at least one episode, well, I can't say at least one because there might have been one episode where I didn't mention it. But for me, I am a blue iguana breakfast burrito person. And then on my second thing is the made to order omelets. Well, guess what? There's no more made to order omelets. So if it's C-Day brunch, then yes, I'm still probably even going to go pick me up a breakfast burrito on my way to C-Day brunch, to be honest with you. But I will say too, though, now on Excel ships, I will go to Big Chicken and I will get the chicken tenders. Those are a pretty legit breakfast item for sure.
Yeah,
But
because their biscuits there are kind of like hockey pucks.
oh yeah, no, I don't care about the biscuits. I just do the tenders. The tenders are they are amazing. They get that little honey sauce dripped on them,
Oh yeah.
and or double dipped or however you want to do it. And I mean, that's to me that is just that's a really really good. It's not as good as the made to order omelet, but still it's a good number for me. But yeah, so that's for me. That's the thing. If I'm in the MDR, I really don't even order a side of bacon in the MDR on C-Day brunch. I'll order a made to order omelet, which they're not really made to, well, they are, but they're not. And I'll do either the 12-hour French toast or that's it. And there, or a burger. I like a burger for the C-Day brunch too. But yeah, I'm not a real big like bacon on the side fan. I'd rather have sausage links myself.
Mm-hmm. That's what I am. I like sausage links or sausage patties, but bacon's good. But I'm not, you know, gotta have bacon. You know,
Yeah, no,
I
it's
got I got to overfill my plate with bacon, which I'm not going to eat half of it.
now my wife Teresa, she is one of those. She wants 4 or 5 pieces of bacon every time. In our hotels, if they have the bacon for the breakfast, the breakfast in the morning, she's going to go get a couple different, things of it. But if they don't have breakfast, then the breakfast is just a horrible breakfast. It's only when they have bacon that she really likes it. But yeah. So, anyways, well, I tell you what, are you a bacon fan? Are you one of those that have to have half a tray of bacon whenever you're on the cruise? Are you the lady that was in front of Trevor and Tom that time whenever they were in the Lido buffet and got half of the tray and left them with none and then went and ate it at her table and didn't finish it all and threw away a quarter of it? Are you that person? Let us know on our Facebook page. Check us out. Go to Facebook, search Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, click on it, join the group, like the page. We've had a few people join this week, which is really cool and really exciting. I'm happy about that. And then also SpeakPipe. You can head over to SpeakPipe, speakpipe.com / Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. You can leave us a SpeakPipe. Tell us what your favorite Carnival Cruising or favorite port, I should say, or favorite thing to do while cruising on Carnival in Cozumel. It's a lot to say there, but go to SpeakPipe, leave us a comment about what your favorite thing to do in Cozumel is. We're going to be talking about that shortly on our next show, hopefully.
Yeah.
And
as soon as Trevor gives me access to it, I mean,
I hope he does, man. I hope he does.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, we may have to start a different SpeakPipe. We may just have to.
Maybe.
So,
yeah.
Version 2.0.
I could just go over to his house and beat it out of him,
See, now we're talking. Now, violence is the answer to all. Wait, we probably shouldn't say that in the show.
No.
Yeah, no. Hey.
Yeah.
Make sure you edit. Make sure you edit that out. So, but no. Anyways, hey, I tell you what. Go ahead. Well, anything else? Are we good?
I think we're good.
I almost went into and no, you are unique, but we're not going to even give him that honor. We're not going to do that.
No.
He wants to leave us. He wants to quit us. We're just going to that out.
No one's unique and special anymore.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think people still are unique and special.
that's kind of iffy. That's kind of iffy.
Just like, kill everybody.
No.
Anyway, guys, remember, anything that happens on the ship stays on YouTube. Bye.
I've said it. I've talked about it already this episode. The excitement is beginning to dwell. This is the last day that I am in double digits to where I will be having a Carnival Blue Iguana breakfast burrito in my hands. I cannot wait. 10 days, and it's going to happen.
That's beautiful. Well, everyone, I'm here to tell you, you have one sodding job. Be a pillow. You are a pillow. Act like one.
That's awesome.
Save the foosball table. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Later.
That was great, Jim.
Oh my
God. That was really good.